Hello, we are going to talk again environmental microbiology and public health, including with environmental biotechnology. And we are in our previous class we were talking the aspects and different domains of the water pollution. Water which is coming on global surface that is free from all type of contaminations whenever it comes on surface due to various human and animal activities it becomes contaminated, and we have talked various type of pollutants and contaminants of water, and these contaminants are causing various type of disease in consumers, including animals and humans and plants. So we have to talk today again how we can improve the water quality. Okay, you be with me. We have to talk on how we can improve the water quality. Okay, first we have to check the water quality. If water quality is not up to standard, we have to go. So today we will talk how to improve water quality. In previous class, we have talked that how we can check the water quality if fecal coliform are present in any water that is not suitable for drinking. Because presence of fecal coliform indicates that all types of pathogens may be present over there. And at consumption, these can be transferred into a healthy individual and can affect the health of the individual, as well as it can spread into community. So by EMB medium, we can check the presence of fecal coliform in water. If there is no fecal coliform in water, that water quality is comparatively good and we can use it for. So if there is problem with, there should be a solution for the improve the water quality for the human consumption. Neither the whole life which is present on this globe will be on threat, will be on danger due to presence of the various type of pathogenic microorganisms. Because water is the only source which is responsible to transfer the microbial load from environment to living organisms. And in living organisms, especially in warm-blooded animals, the temperature is optimum where microbes can survive, can grow, and can proliferate, can increase their population size. At increasing their population size, they can produce various types of toxins and materials, and which are causing uh, disease, which are causing illness on user. So today we will talk how to improve the water quality. Improving water quality in US, most municipal water supplies are treated. Not in only US, but in all developed countries, the water which is provided to the public is treated. Suppose in this picture we can see this is water reservoir. Okay, this is dam, and water is supplied, water is taken for the community from this dam through a pipe, through a channel, and it is stored over here. Okay, water treatment for consumption, various steps are taking place: coagulation, filtration, and chlorination, and water supply to system. Collected from water or reservoir, and it is further treated. So the treatment procedure we will take. We also have studied in our other courses and classes. Here also we will go little bit a glance. You can see here improving water quality. This is water reservoir. This is lake. This is dam, or this is any channel, any river from where water is taken. Okay, this water through pumps it is supplied to a big tank. where screening takes place, removal of all solid and suspended materials such as wood materials, plastics, and other visible suspended solid materials are removed through mesh, through screening. This is pre-chlorination process. All soluble and suspended materials are removed. Okay. Now, second problem, all solid materials has been removed from the water. Now, water is supplied to another tank because all soluble materials are over there. So, by addition of chemicals, all soluble materials are converted into insoluble form. That process is called flocculation. That process is called flocculation. Okay, after flocculation, this is transferred to another tank to settle down all the flocks which has been formed inside of the water. Okay, all big flocks are going to be removed by physical, by screening, by mesh, and for small flocks, sand filter is used to remove the small flocks, particles, bacterial cells, even fungi and viruses. All biological cells are and biological cells, bacterial cells, even viral cells, protozoal cells, fungal spores, fungi, and other living organisms are removed through this filter, through sand filter. Okay, now water is comparatively too much clear because all solid materials has been removed, dissolved materials has been converted into flocks and has been removed. Now bacterial, fungal, protozoal and other cells are also removed through sand filter, and now water is processed for the supply. Here something is optional for the treatment. Sometimes aeration, if required, aeration is given. Chlorine is added to kill if there is any bacterial cell is live. pH it adjusted fluoridation is also done sometime, and then it is supplied to the public. So this is all process of the improving water quality, because in open water reservoir there are many things are coming from the surface of the earth, from drainage, from agricultural land, from forest. Everything is coming to this reservoir. So water is taken from it. All soluble materials are, sorry, unsoluble materials and suspended materials, big materials are removed through mesh from here. Okay, and then dissolved materials are removed through flocculation by settling technique, and all small particles, bacterial cells, fungal cells, protozoal cells are removed by sand filter. Then chlorine is added for some time. If there is any bacterial cell is remaining, which will be killed. If further is required, salt for salt adjustment and test adjustment, fluoridation, pH adjustment, and aeration is done sometime, and sometimes it is not done because water is pure and it is supplied to the public. So purification of drinking water, chlorine dilemma, because in most of the global practices, chlorine is used to kill the living bacterial cells uh, from water. Okay, what it does, chlorine kills disease-causing bacteria, disease-causing microorganisms. Chlorine byproducts are linked to numerous cancer, miscarriages, and birth defects. This is a dilemma of the chlorine. So people are going nowadays for this purpose. They are using ozone, because ozone have this potential, this property. that after killing bacterial cells in water or in any substance, it converts into water and oxygen. So Peru stopped using chlorine in 1991. Huge cholera epidemic that infected 300,000 people. Fluoridation prevents tooth decay linked to cancer and kidney disease. These are some problems which are existing with water treatment. Laws controlling water pollution, and it has been included in their national law and the national to control the water quality. Citizen watchdogs to monitor pollution. People are especially hired that they will check the water reservoirs. If something is going to be aired in that water, that must be stocked by these citizen watchdogs. Safe Drinking Water Act in United States was passed in 1974, set uniform federal standards for drinking water, and maximum contaminant level standard also has been adjusted, that every citizen have to get access to the pure water. So states are responsible to provide the fresh and disease-free water to the public. Clean Water Act 1972 Environmental Protection Agency set up and monitors national emissions limitations, effective improved water quality for from point sources. So these are some laws which are working in developed countries to maintain the water quality and to provide disease-free and pure water to their citizens. But in developing countries and underdeveloped countries, they have still this problem that they cannot get access for pure water. And another dilemma and problem which is going to be faced throughout globe that water, pure water or fresh water is going to be reduced throughout the globe, which will cause severe consequences on globe. And we should be ready and we should be prepared from the day. Laws that protect groundwater, Safe Drinking Water Act also protecting the groundwater which is present inside of the soil. Resources Conservation and Recovery Act is also working that water reservoirs should be safe. The water should be recovered, recycled, and the water reservoirs which are present, those must be conserved. And Recovery Act is also working in developed countries of the world. As people, as Pakistani citizens, we are living in near the Himalaya mountains. Himalaya are the have big water reservoir in form of the glaciers, but due to anthropogenic activities, human activities, due to industrialization, due to deforestation, melting of these glaciers is taking place so fastly. So in couple of years, we are doubtful that it will melt more and more, and it will cause flood, and will be followed dryness, because all reservoirs from the globe will be uh, melt out, will be drained in form of flood, and they will increase the sea level. And same time, if the glaciers will be finished due to melting, that will be followed the drying and other severe problems. So we have to take up to this and this water pollution and its types. Uh, just we are closing our here, and in next chapter. So in this chapter, what we have studied little, we have to understand it clearly that water which is present on globe that is going to be contaminated, that is not free from microorganisms, and other pollutants. Various type of pollutants are present on globe of the earth, which are damaging the water quality, which are compromising the water quality. If water is taken without treatment, it water is used without treatment, without purity, it is causing severe health effects. And we now, if we will go through through the history of the science, especially history of the health, there are very epidemics, pandemics, and disasters has been occurred due to the contaminated water. At that time, microbiology was not so advanced, and people were unaware that this type of problem how has been occurred. But gradually, when developed microbiology and people understood that, especially in era of the 19th, they got this point, they understood this point that most of the disease are disease-causing agents transferring from environment or from other places to human through water. After that, people have started to think on water quality. If water quality is good, the individual's life and health is good. If health is not good, if water quality is not good, health is not good, and it increases the burden in terms of hospitals, in terms of medicine, in terms of loss of job, and many problems are coming over there. So we must have to maintain the water quality. Therefore, what is trying to focus and to maintain the water quality? uh, they are trying to destroy. So we have to stop up to this, and you can read this thing from environmental microbiology, especially water quality from Prescott. Prescott have uh, mentioned everything in detail, and I will upload the soft copy of the Prescott for every student. You must have to download Prescott, and you have to read this thing completely from Prescott. And other environmental microbiology book, as we have disseminated and discussed earlier during our routine classes, if you will find, you can read, you can understand, and you can discuss in groups, because in this condition it is difficult to discuss in form of groups, so I try to avoid the grouping, and just you have to read the book, because it is easy, it is related to with the human life and with the living organisms life. So to understand this type of science is very easy. And up to here, I will say thank you very much, and you must have to take care. You have to read these things from books. So